everyone, my name is Ava Moredi and I'm the founder of Artist Floor. Many of you might know me as Ava, the artist or teacher. I've been teaching online for like 5-6 years and I've been teaching physical classes for 10 years now. You might know me from those platforms. But I haven't talked about Ava the entrepreneur that much and I haven't told you this story. So I wanted to take advantage of this video and go through the story of how I became entrepreneur. Before actually teaching, I was doing full-time being an artist. And that's kind of one of the points that I realized that I have this entrepreneurial like genes in my body, because I suddenly decided that canvas wasn't enough for me as my medium. I wanted another medium to follow and I decided, okay, what's my passion? And it was a stone. At the time I was very young, barely 19, 20, so I had to ask my parents that a little help because I wanted to be a full-time artist. And I started like carving stones. I had certain patterns that I was doing on different canvas, but I wanted to do them on a stone. I learned how to do it, but the craziest part is that I had to go to different mines, some of them in Italy, some of them Middle East. When I entered those mines, there were mainly male workers there, so it was kind of really awkward, just only female, very young, to go to the mines and ask for onyx or granite stones because they were quite suitable, especially they had some nice shiny patterns on it. So I would just choose say, let me cut this stone because I want this piece. Because the medium was quite heavy and it took me a long time to do it, the price was quite high at the time. It was around £10,000 to £15,000. Luxury hotels, restaurants, commercial stays, those platforms, they were eager to purchase those kind of pieces. They were not really suitable for like a normal house. That's before I actually thinking of becoming an entrepreneur. That was kind of the start of it. Few personal details that happened in between that made me choose business. One of them was like my passion for teaching. So I didn't want to be an artist only. And that actually the first step towards becoming an entrepreneur. When I started having my workshops, I wanted to see the progress, actually see if it's gonna grow. And I wanted to have different pop-up stores and started having really successful art workshops until we were scouted kind of. We were approached by different festivals to actually create designs and installations. And that's how another door opened up. We started designing a lot of, and now I think we have designed more than 2,000 installations. If you're more curious about how to do designs for festivals, if you're curious to know and you want to actually enter this industry, you can ask me. I think I know it very well right now, actually, how to do the concept, the theme, the sizes, and actually design on paper, then digitalize the designs and actually engineer the designs and make sure that the production team understands. So that's how we actually entered the world of like design installation, and we are still doing it. Now, in the middle of all these things that we were doing, COVID-19 hits. So it was not a pleasant time for a lot of people, especially people like me and my team doing physical workshops, and we were doing festivals. It was life-changing. So we were like, we have to change. So we started online classes. A few years back, I did some personal courses that they were doing great. So they were like selling 30,000-40,000 at a time, and they were going pretty good. So what we were decided is like, okay, let's expand this. So what I realized as a female entrepreneur, a lot of other female entrepreneurs affected by this, I was like, how can I actually grow the business but also help female artists that they're either emerging artists or great artists that they cannot really exhibit? I'm gonna contact the female artists that around me. Of course, we found them on social media, and when we advertised, they approached us, and we decided to go with them and create amazing art courses. We have now around 200 art courses already been made. And now, how create art courses? That's a complete different story. First of all, setting up a studio, it was hard. I had to find a physical space that is big enough. You can fit in few artists. You have to get good tables, good equipments for a lot of artists or employees that they're working there. It has to be a safe environment at the time of COVID, that they sit down with masks. You have to make sure that you are following all the rules, because I was kind of paranoid. I didn't want anyone to get sick. I didn't want myself to get sick at the time. So we were really following all the rules. And we tried to actually go through with these female artists that they have financial difficulties, but they love to stay in this creative industry and follow their dreams, follow what they love to do. And I was blessed, honestly, with these 25-30 artists that we had at the time, and started new era of Artistfloor, the online courses platform. Going through the online courses, how to create online courses and how to create successful online courses, that's another story. I had to make sure that everything's perfect at the time. So you have to make sure that you dedicate the task to other people. So we had junior designers, senior designers, managers, all the artists. They were quite familiar at the time with the platform. They know how to study the curriculum because we wrote the curriculum. We studied so many books, so many university curriculums to see, are we good as the university curriculums? Just imagine you take one of our courses, it's equivalent to some of the courses in universities. I'm not saying do not go to university and take these courses. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying, sometimes getting few good courses can really boost your skill, your techniques to get better and better and get ahead of others. And that's how we started to grow and grow. However, going back to the initial topic, becoming an art entrepreneur, first, it's not easy to do. To be honest, but it's a very rewarding path if you want to choose. So if you're an artist and you want to become an entrepreneur, if you're architect, graphic designers, there are so many ways. Continue your work, continue your study, but at the same time to be an entrepreneur. If you're a graphic designer, I would suggest that make sure that you put your graphic design on different social media, put it on all of them. Just get it out. Let the world see your work. Don't get obsessed with social media, but use those platforms the best way. Those platforms are there to get connected with your customers. See who likes your patterns, who likes your art, your work, and then you can get better understanding what's the path that you want to do business. Some of them, they can become really good businesses. Don't underestimate any of them. So I hope this video really helped you. I know I talked about a lot myself, but I really wanted to get it out there, how we started, what was the beginning, middle part, and end part. If you had any questions about any of the sections that I talked, ask your questions, and I'm gonna answer all of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next video, see you soon. Bye-bye.